Hello, I'm Stanley008. I'm here to talk to you about the Bun Feed. The Bun Feed in Belleville is a light-hearted political gathering where citizens get to see the lighter side of local candidates. It's been going on for 103 years, and it should continue on for many more. In the past, there was a lot of inappropriate things said and done apparently at these events. That is not a reason to cancel it now. Are there still some inappropriate things said and done at these events? Possibly, but not very much. And anything inappropriate said and done should be removed. So in the future, there should be nothing inappropriate. There's no reason for inappropriate actions or words in any setting. Bun feed no more so than any other. Bun feed, however, should be less formal. It is a chance to see the lighter side of candidates. We can poke fun at each other, poke fun at ourselves. It's a chance for local voters to see another side of candidates. I went to the last one. I bombed. It's really not my medium. Nobody would expect me to perform well in that kind of environment, and I didn't. But I still had a great time. I still showed up. I still took it, and I don't have an issue with that. I have an issue with people who claim they want it stopped because it's not like them, when in fact they seem to be perfectly fine with that environment. They live that on a daily life and then say that they can't do it for the Bun Feed. The next morning they'll do it on the radio again because one of them is a radio host. And that seems disingenuous. It's phony. It's fake. It's not fair. They're just trying to get votes by claiming that they're somebody they aren't and claiming righteous indignation when in fact it is perfectly within their character to poke fun at people. We have one of the mayoral candidates who didn't go to the event but went to what has been called part two, where they went to a restaurant, local restaurant, after the event. And apparently that was more the same, only worse. I didn't go to the restaurant after, so I have no idea what happened there, but it does seem odd that somebody would say they can't go to the event, but they can go to more of the same, only worse. But, in my opinion, the people who showed up and did a decent presentation gain points, and the people who either show up and do inappropriate stuff, they lose points. And if you show up and don't do anything, then it's neither here nor there. If you don't show up and you have a valid reason because it's really not you, and I say really not you, not you're saying it's not you but really is, then that's fine. Or if you're not going because you have another engagement or something like that, that's fine. But if you're not going to score political points, then you lose points, in my opinion. And we have people definitely that did that. So the two mayoral candidates that did show up, Castle Christopher and Jody Jenkins, did reasonably good presentations. And in my opinion, they gained points in my book for that. And the mayoral candidates who didn't show up, because of the reasons and the method that they used to not show up, I would say lose points. And get me straight. Let's get things straight here. I'm not saying that they lose points because they didn't show up. I'm saying they lose points because the manner and excuses they gave for not showing up. I say gain lose points. I use that loosely. I'm not saying don't vote for somebody because they didn't show up. That would be wrong. You have to look at more than one event. You should evaluate the people running on all their strengths and weaknesses, and all the people running have strengths and weaknesses. What I'm saying is the two mayoral candidates that showed up, in my opinion, gain a few political points because of their performance, and the two people who didn't show up for the mayoral race lose a few political points because of their excuses. Now at the Bun Feed, we poke fun at each other, we poke fun at ourselves. There's a bailiff who writes tickets for various infractions. Some of these infractions were hilarious, some of them not as much. The one thing is, this year the infractions were apparently mostly written beforehand, so there was no spontaneity to them. For example, there was one candidate who shall remain nameless that threw some of these little Skittle packets around. And one of the other candidates poked fun at that and said, you know, endangering life and limb of people in the audience by throwing projectiles. But the bailiff didn't pick up on that, and that was sort of a miss, because the bailiff should have, in my opinion, been more spontaneous and picked up on that, and maybe wrote an infraction for that. But these are little things. It is supposed to be spontaneous, and most of the people there will sort of improvise. The best skits are improvised, in my opinion. Some people come with prepared skits that are very good, but the spontaneity is what's best, and the audience likes spontaneity. This is a good event that has been going on for 103 years, and it should go on, and we should just eliminate the inappropriate behavior and actions from the event. But other than that, it should continue on. I hope you share this and like it, and let's continue with the Bun Feed. Have a good day.